It is in your DNA. It is in the cell memory of your DNA. So they have it. In fact, they have it from their grandparents also.
Yes.
We all have it.
Yes.
So we just don't know it yet. And now it's just coming to light.
Yes.
And that's why children in today's generation are more expressive.
Uh-huh.
That they can talk about it. Also, they have the tools and the language
Yes.
and this platform that is being
That
created
is
for them.
because of the exposure also.
100%.
Isn't it?
100%. So I say
Yeah.
social media in this matter is a great thing that has happened.
Yeah.
Because everybody has learned this vocabulary. We didn't have this vocabulary. I didn't know what is depression.
Yeah. True.
What is bipolar
True.
disorder?
True.
What is the soul journey, introspection? These words were not there for everybody at that time. You had to be a highly well-educated person or a scholar to even have or to even understand or know about these words in your vocabulary.
So now for me, you are a fairy, and your James completes your fairy tale.
Oh.
So how did it all happen, James? The
Yeah, that's so
man
many
who wears his heart on his sleeve for you.
Sleeve,
Yeah.
so sweet.
That's true.
Yeah.
If we consider the beginning of our relationship, how it all started, I mean, there's nothing really fancy about how we met. It was just dinner with a friend, But I think where our relationship stands out is that we had this immediate sort of depth and honesty that we explored with each other from the beginning. What I mean by that is deep conversations about anything and everything under the sun you can imagine, universe, our dreams, our hopes, our family, our finances, like everything we just opened up and put on the table in the first few weeks of knowing each other. And you can say that we had a commitment, not a formal commitment, but we did continue to meet each other on a regular basis without any sort of expectations. You want to get a coffee? Would you like to go for a movie? Would you like to go out for dinner? These types of things. A bunch of friends are here. Why don't you come and join? It was just very like natural and casual. And then through the casual beginning, exploring the depth of each other's soul, you can say, through good conversation and honesty is really how we became.
So when Shama had this phase, when she was going through this convoluted journey, so was James there?
Yeah, he was there. He was there in the later part when I mean, most of my journey when I went through very, very sad phase, I was all by myself. And I dealt with it. And James actually met me when I'd found so much love within me for the first time. I tried to love myself, and as soon as that happened, within a week he showed up.
Oh.
Like, that was the first time I decided I'm so in love with myself. I don't want to be in any relationship. I'm so happy. The love was just overflowing within me. I liked my company because by then I had healed quite a bit. I still was on medication though, mind you. And I was doing a lot of therapy. By then I had really released a lot of my traumas. I had understood a lot of things that had happened to me and I had come to terms with them. So I was a much happier person. And that's when I felt so much love within me, and within a week he showed up. But it was still the spillage, the spilling of that period was still there.
Yeah.
The
Lingering.
lingering was still there. I was still on medication.
Yeah.
I would say thanks to James and his love, I was able to let go of the medication also.
Oh.
Yeah. So many people stay throughout their life on medication.
Yeah.
And there came a point where I was like, these medications are making me feel very weird. I feel like I'm a guinea pig. Because every time I would say, "Mujhe ye ho raha hai," then they would try another one.
Yes.
Then they would try another one, and then nothing was suiting me. So
Mm.
maybe there came a time, I saw Jim Carrey's one interview where he speaks about like I stopped taking medication because I realized that I'm healed now. That it's time that I let go of this, and that's exactly what I felt like. It was time that I let go of it, and I had a partner who could hold space for me, and his holding space for me for every emotion really opened me up and really allowed me to feel all my emotions and not suppress them or not hide them. You know, he has immense potential and capabilities to just listen and be there. You know, and so he was just there holding me, and I think that itself was the biggest gift I could ever achieve, because that just made me go off of my medication. Until now, I have never taken any medication,
Mm.
and I'm so much better now.
Yeah.
I'm so much better than I was before. In fact, within a few months, we saw such an improvement in my mood
Mm.
that I was like, why do these doctors just push you to take these medications? Because what they should be pushing you to do is the therapy,
Yeah.
because that is something that happens in your mind, and that's what changes your perspective. I'm so not in the favor of medications, because the more medications I took,
Mm.
the more numb, uh, sleepy, groggy I felt. You know, my my appetite was very less. I did not want to meet many people. I was not myself. And the moment I stopped it, within 2, 3 months, 4 months, I was just coming back to myself. My brain fog disappeared. My grogginess disappeared. Like there's so much life to me.
So, on this positive note, we would be ending our conversation. Such a lovely and insightful conversation. Thank you,
Thank you
Shama
so much
and
for having
Sirius.
us. It was lovely
Thank
talking
you.
to you. Thank you.
Thank you.